Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know.
Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, it's my favorite show. Do it for Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo. When it comes to the Kings, big hopes and dreams as we cover our kings. Never cover the kingdom, but we loving our kings. And we covered your prayers as we doing our thing. Big Deuce with the par, Lil Mo on the screen. Solo or together, still do it for team. Never switch up for $1 or revenue stream. So we always got each other, balance out the beam. Deuce and Mo, and that's the end of the theme song. Do it for Deuce and Mo. Deuce and Mo. Hey. Do it for Deuce and Mo.
What is happening? Happy Friday nights. Less than a week away from the NBA's trade deadline. The rumors are percolating around the league. How are we on a Friday?
Yeah. What up, Deuce? Hey, Morgan.
Hi.
Jeb, dude, good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Jeb.
Where were you last night, huh? Let's go, Kings, huh?
Let's go, Kings.
Appreciate the basketball sickos joining us late on a Friday night. We just got back from San Francisco. Now we are live to talk a little bit about what went down tonight in Boston. Kings losing 8 consecutive games. Now officially the worst record in the National Basketball Association. What's that for?
Give me a hell yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, you got it. It's
You know what, though?
what?
Look at the hell yeah it is. The Kings beat the Celtics in the second half, holding them to 29% shooting.
Give me a hell yeah.
47-40 in the second. They held Boston to 40 points in the second half.
Hell yeah.
Don't tell them the score of the game. Ah, shit. It's on the screen.
It's on the screen. Kings lose by 19, 12-38. No Jaylen Brown tonight. No Sabonis. No Russell Westbrook.
No, none of the above.
Oh, man. Yes, so officially the worst record by themselves in the NBA.
By themselves.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
Pelicans.
oh,
Last
I
night
see.
they were tied with the Pels.
Yeah.
No. They are in the lone spot. There is no team lower than them. And they also have the most losses in the NBA now at 38. They also have the worst road record in the NBA at 3-22.
3 road wins. Three
Yes.
road wins.
Tied with the Pacers for road wins. Pacers are 3-20 though.
Let's go. That can't feel good. That cannot feel good.
What?
Just like as a player, that can't.
What about as a fan, huh?
Well, we know what's up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we're ready for anything. You can't break
we're
us.
Battle hardened.
Yeah.
We are here as sickos, as Digital Henry says, sickos unite. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you've not done yet, hit thumbs up and subscribe. The chase is on for 23,000 subs. You can help out. Also, the poll question tonight. One of my favorites when the game is a blowout early. Hey, did you watch the whole game? The options. Yes, I am a sicko. No, come on. It was over at the half. And the last option was what game? Right now, 46% of people voting say, yes, I'm a sicko.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. You are if you're here hours after
Yeah.
a shitty loss. But the way that I see like a Friday night pod,
Yeah.
like what else are you doing on a Friday night late?
What else could you possibly
You know, like habits have changed for people. Like people don't go out as much. You know, they look for like live content. And it's like, what a better way to hang out with people and have live content?
Yeah, if my team was 12-38, I'm not sure I'm sprinting over to YouTube to watch Deuce and Mo.
That's, you're full of shit. And I know you're full of shit. Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, let's just start it. Deuce and Mo, we're coming down. 3, 2, 1. Hit my music.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo.
Welcome into the Deuce and Mo podcast. Recording this on a Friday night. The Kings road trip continued tonight in Boston. The Celtics have surprised many around the league with how they have played this year. Jaylen Brown playing at an MVP level without Jason Tatum in the fold, and the Celtics have been getting it done. But this morning we find out no Jaylen Brown. But the Kings are without Domantas Sabonis, Russell Westbrook. What did it look like tonight? Not good.
No.
Not good. The Kings got smoked in the first half. Boston obliterates them in the first half. The Kings actually outscored the Celtics 47-40, held Boston to just 40 points in the second half, and still lost by 19. The Sacramento Kings now officially in the lone spot for the worst record in the NBA. 8 straight losses, 12-38 on the season, 3-22 on the road. In the final game of the road trip, look out. The Washington Wizards.
Ooh.
My goodness. A lot to go over on the podcast. We'll sprinkle in some thoughts about the game, the bad, some of the good, some of the
Sprinkled.
good, some of the good.
Sprinkled.
And, of course, trade rumors, because Keon Ellis' name is everywhere. I think we're now up to 29 teams interested in Keon Ellis. Yeah, out of the 30. 29 out of the 30. Sacramento, the only team in the NBA not interested in Keon Ellis. I kid. But we'll talk about the very latest with that. This podcast is always presented by our friends over at Centivo Vineyards and Winery. I'm Deuce Mason. That's Morgan Reagan. How you doing? No.
I'm so good because I'm excited that there's a day off tomorrow.
There ain't no day off because AJ DeBonsa, Darren Peterson go one-on-one. No, they don't. They go one-on-one.
Yeah.
As if it's like a fight. No, Kansas, BYU. Yeah.
I mean that, but then it's funny because then we have another game Sunday.
Can't
it's
wait.
just like it does not stop, and the Kings losing skid does not stop either.
Yeah, now 8 games. Game 50 of the season officially in the books tonight. My goodness, this got away from them fast. Peyton Pritchard tonight. One of my favorite Peyton Pritchard stories to talk about is watching him his rookie year, Kings-Celtics Summer League, and seeing Davion Mitchell, 2 rookies going toe-to-toe in this game.
One-on-one.
Davion Mitchell having him locked up in jail. He couldn't do anything. And I will never forget, we were doing a live watch party watching that game. And I'm like, oh my God, Peyton Pritchard may never be the same after that.
You even said, I don't know if he's an NBA player, I think.
Well, breaking news, he was never the same. He got better and better and better.
Hell yeah.
And tonight, like, Jaylen Brown doesn't play. And that really didn't mess with me too much. I thought, you know what? Sacramento played pretty well last night. It is the second half of back-to-back. They're without Sabonis. No Jaylen Brown. If they could play similar to how they played last night in a losing effort against the Sixers, they could have a chance tonight. But from the get, I mean, Peyton Pritchard tore their ass up.
From the inside out. I mean, going inside. Oh,
It's very descriptive.
tore his ass up from the inside out. Yeah.
Yeah,
What the
you were
hell?
talking about on the court, but
Yeah.
it's followed up right after.
So it needed to be like, period. On the court from
Yes.
the inside out.
Yes.
There we go. Starting with the inside. In the paint. Fantastic job just getting the defense to go one way with a 2-footed jump stop, creating his footwork. Absolutely beautiful, absolutely fundamental. His handles, he does a great job just attacking the rim, getting downhill, fighting his teammates. From the outside, obviously knocking down his threes, but some of them are just so nasty where he just will have like one dribble forward and then it'll be this sly, low, crossover back, step back 3. It's beautiful. His vision on the floor, his conditioning has gotten better and better. Peyton Pritchard looks so good out there. And it's not just against the Sacramento Kings, but when he's in a bigger role because someone like Jaylen Brown is out, you do get to see him just flourish and look even better.
It was really impressive.
It was so impressive.
And you absolutely nailed it with everything you said on his game. His ability to just keep his dribble alive. Slither his way through the paint, just like a snake in there. Snake his way into the paint. He's got the fall away jumper. He gets set up his teammates. He plays fast. He's just super fundamental. Can knock down shots. And they were getting shredded by the pick and roll
Oh, yeah.
early.
Oh,
I mean,
my
the
God.
screen action was just, I mean, obviously Peyton Pritchard, but the first 2 plays of the game were lobs to Cada. Everything was in the paint in that first half, really. But Pritchard looked unbelievable.
Unstoppable at times. I mean, it was, which is crazy to talk about. I don't think it's even crazy to talk about Peyton Pritchard like this because I think he's put the work into his game to be talked about like this.
Completely agree.
And it's like, I brought up the conditioning on the postgame show, and I'm bringing it up now because I say there's always one player I'm always like, people need to mirror their game after, and that's Steph Curry. Move without the ball. Yes, sure, you have to. It's nice when you can have that chemistry with the Draymond Green that sets the perfect screens, leads you with the pass, all the different things. But when a player can do so many things on their own too, like Steph Curry, and looking at tonight and just Peyton Pritchard and how he does get better and better, he is capable of that. And you're seeing him take a leap in his game with his conditioning because he keeps moving, whether it's with the ball, whether it's without the ball. And what that does when you're such a threat from the inside out, it just makes the defense have to pay so much attention to you. You're such a threat as a facilitator and a scorer.
He had 22 points and 8 assists at the half.
Oh, my God.
On 9 of 11 shooting in the first half. He ends up with 29 points in this game for the Boston Celtics, along with 8 assists, 12 of 16 shooting. He knocked down 5 of 6 from downtown. And one of the things we were talking about with Sacramento, I mean, they just had no answer.
No.
One, I thought early on they conceded far too many switches. And what I mean by that,
all the time, though.
You don't really have, the Kings don't really have the defense where they could switch everything. The personnel is just not there, right? You need a lot of versatility. You need some size, physicality.
Yeah.
You just need like good defenders, especially team defenders. And the Kings don't have that.
Yeah.
Which makes it really challenging. But the one thing I just don't understand is if a guard is not hung up on a screen, one, I need my guard fighting through screens with Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah.
I need you to navigate those screens well, and the communication has to be there, right?
Sure.
Especially when they're doing it over and over again. The guards can't be finding out last second that Cada or Garza is coming up to plant a screen on their ass,
No.
right? And
How to
then
communicate.
then you're just at a disadvantage right away. But there are many times in that first quarter where they would see that screen coming and just pre-switch it.
Yep.
And I don't get it for the life of me. I'm like, why are we pre-switching DeMar DeRozan on Peyton freaking Pritchard on the perimeter? And he's just going to go and attack him right away.
Especially when you have players that are capable of staying on him.
Yes. Like Dennis Schroeder. No, we're not conceding a switch there. Stay on your guy
Keon
and
Ellis.
pressure him. Keon Ellis. And Keon tonight, there was a couple of times he just got crushed on screens. And all I could think about is like, well, Keon's very good at navigating screens. All that told me was the communication was not good behind him.
From the big, usually just saying screen coming right, or where, like calling it out quick, not when it's already there.
Yeah. And so they were getting crushed on that. And I think, I give Cardwell a lot of love for being such a good story this year. And he had some really nice defensive moments in this game tonight. That 2-block sequence on Nemish Cada, that was special.
Oh my God, that was awesome.
Some strong defense, a good presence out there. And he does have the ability to switch out on a guard in a situation, right? To contain the ball. But the one thing I think he struggles with is just team defensive concepts.
Yeah.
He's in the wrong
Still
coverage
learning.
sometimes. He's not communicating enough. And it puts these guards in a really challenging situation. Speaking of dogs,
hey,
Carlin
Carlin?
is on one right now.
Okay.
It's all right, man. Chill.
Like, he
Don't
just
come out here and
ran
lay on
in,
my mouth.
like-
He sprinted in
Yeah,
on
he's
those
like,
two
what are
legs.
you guys talking about?
Yeah.
Navigating screens? Let me do it.
I'll blow up a screen. You hear that? Just blow up that door.
But what you're saying about the navigation of screens too, what that does for even the offensive player, you know how shitty that is when one defender just stays with you and you want them off of you, right? And like they're doing everything they can to navigate a screen and just like be up in you and do whatever they need to do. And for the Kings, they don't present that to these teams when they just concede or when they don't even like have someone fight through or even just like make them annoyed and make them feel felt. And so, yeah, I don't understand that defensive style, I guess, for this King squad when you're down by so much. why don't you just switch it up a little bit and go, okay, hey, we're not going to switch everything, right? You know, and just so then you throw another look at them. And again, going back to what you're saying with some of the bigs and the chemistry and Dylan Cardwell, yeah, it's just not all there.
And then when they did play it well with the big, you know, whether it was like a hard hedge and recover, you know, then the back line wasn't there. It just, I mean, the Kings are not a good defensive team. And so I feel like the Celtics are one of the worst matchups for the Kings in general because they put constant pressure on you. They space you out. They shoot a ton of threes, second most in the league. They make the second most threes per game in the league too. And they're constantly moving.
Oh, my God. Everyone. Everyone.
Garz is a real son of a bitch out there, man. He'll screen, rescreen. Hey, let me go ahead and change the angle. Yeah, exactly. And then you've got, you know, fucking, why am I blanking right now?
Sam Hauser?
Sam Hauser, who's just moving around, got good size, can shoot over the top of you. Yeah, they've just got so many weapons out there. They end up knocking down 18 of 48 from downtown, 37.5% tonight. Pritchard, we mentioned 5 of 6. Shireman knocked down 4 of 7. And that's what's so impressive. You just look at the names and you're not like blown away. But if you watch the Celtics enough, it's like, no, they have an identity and they all play with force. They all play fundamentally. They move without the ball. They've got shooting. Yeah. They've got just the total package.
They do. And then they have someone in Joe Mazzulla who's an absolute crazy man that is going to get the most out of these guys. And that's what he's been able to do with or without stars out there, the star names, because he has a buy-in from this group. But you see that buy-in on every single possession. You see the discipline in those possessions, whether it's on the defensive end or the offensive end. No, you see even more mistakes when they're playing some of these better teams. But against Sacramento, it was business. Get shit done. I don't care who's out there on the floor. I don't care who is starting. I don't care that Jaylen Brown isn't playing. Get your shit done and get it done right. And that's what they did tonight. Every single one of them.
I don't know if this was on purpose, but it was toward the end of the first half, and there was a sequence where Keon Ellis was guarding Neemias Queta and just battling him. And I was like, did they do this intentionally? Because Queta was getting into so much two-man action with Pritchard, and then that allowed them to switch right away. But then, you know, Queta all of a sudden has Keon down low on the block. Levine comes off the corner in help, and then they kick it to the corner. Might have been the wing, and it's an open 3.
Yeah.
It was, and quick. Levine did a good job trying to contest it late, but it was like, well, this is what happens. You pick your poison here, and this is not ideal.
It was definitely one of those nights of picking your poison. And I think for the Kings coming off a game against the Sixers where you saw a competitive matchup, you saw them locked in and playing them strong all the way until the end, the game winner by Tyrese Maxey. And I was hoping to just see a little bit more of that same type of, I don't know, execution, I guess. I know no Sabonis tonight, no Russell Westbrook. But still, we've seen some good games with these young guys, with these young bigs. I was just expecting a little bit more of a fight.
So that second half was dreadful, as we mentioned. They were outscored 40-25 in the first quarter, 32-21 in the second. In fact, Boston closed the half on a 25-6 run to take a 72-46 lead at the half.
Oh my God.
The Kings outscored them 20-17 in the third and 27-23 in the fourth quarter. So they outscored them in the second half by 7.
Great
and
work.
Still lost by 19 points. Well, the shooting was dreadful too. We talked about the defense being bad. Sacramento ends up shooting 37% in this game, Morgan. 37%. DeRozan was 2 of 10. Schroeder 1 for 11.
Oh my
Malik
God.
Monk 3 of 14. So yeah, you shoot like shit. You can't guard against one of the better teams in the East that you're not winning tonight, especially shorthanded. And that's what happened with Sacramento. Boston now 30-18 on the season. 30-18.
So impressive to see and again, that's been a huge story of what we've been saying. And Deuce, I really just want to get to this fan in the chat because it's Charles Chen 1068.
Yeah.
Fan from China.
Yeah.
Love your content. Woke up in the early morning game to watch this sicko game.
Give me a hell yeah.
Amazing.
Shout out to Charles.
Yep. But anyway, that's the thing. You're seeing, even in a game like this, there's still so many basketball sickos. There's so many people that are still watching this. And that's what was so funny about even tonight's game, you guys, when it got out of reach completely, even though in that second half they were outscoring.
It was a hideous second half.
It was awful. It was
Yeah.
awful. Shots being missed left and right by both teams, whatever.
Boston shot 28% in the second half. That's the other thing. They shot 28% in the second half, scored 40 points, and they coasted to
It was not pretty. But there was other things that were happening. Not only were we like, okay, well, what can we see from the young guys? You know, that's been a huge story for us. Where are we going to see them improve? All those angles. But then at the end of the game is the angle that you brought up about Daquan Plowden going in and
Isaiah Stevens.
yes.
Two players that some Kings fans may go, wait, who are you talking about? Isaiah Stevens and Daquan Plowden. Are you really going to push some agenda here about these young guys are playing down the stretch? No, here's why this is important. So Daquan Plowden, Isaiah Stevens have spent the majority of the season with the Stockton Kings in the NBA G League. They're on two-way contracts, one of 3 two-way players, including Dylan Cardwell. They played a game last night in the G League for the Austin Spurs.
Against the Austin Spurs.
In Austin.
Yeah.
In Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
And they were in Boston tonight and active.
Jerseys on, ready to play. They got in the game.
They ended up playing in this game. Plowden played 7 minutes. Isaiah Stevens played 3.5 minutes. This is not me giving them credit for a back-to-back.
Oh.
All I could think about is, why would you rush two-way players to Boston for a game like this?
Mm-hmm.
The trade deadline is coming.
Duh.
The trade deadline is coming, and they need bodies just in case if there was a trade that happened tonight or tomorrow, you got to get it approved by the league. Physicals have to be taken, all those things. You may be shorthanded for your next game against Washington. You could use a couple of guys that are on two-way contracts to maybe play some meaningful minutes against the Washington Wizards.
And sure, we're speculating, but at the same time, this
No.
is why it's so fun to watch toward the end of a game and see these different angles. Like, we're like, yeah, growth from the young guys. Oh, Isaiah Stevens, Daquan Plowden, why are they going in? Why are they even active and wearing these jerseys? It was one of those moments where I'm like, okay, something's going down.
Yeah, they didn't play against the Celtics G League team yesterday, and they weren't like in the area. I mean, they were in Texas yesterday playing a game. So I don't know. For me, you could call it is speculating. Technically, I'm not like reporting this is what's happening, but I think it's not hard to connect the dots and go, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Why would they? Brian Windhorst. That's interesting. Plowden and Stevens in Boston playing tonight late in the game in a blowout. Man, they were active. Wait, they were in Austin last night? Kings trade rumors everywhere?
You could do that every time too. Yeah.
You get the point.
Yeah. No. So anyway, just another interesting thing to be looking at.
Yeah.
I know we're going to be talking about some of the trade rumors coming up and everything, but going back to even, I guess, this horrendous game and this horrendous road trip, it hasn't been pretty, but we've seen moments up and down from some of the young guys. Nick Clifford, glad to see him have a better game tonight. Yeah,
he got the start the last couple of games. Zach LaVine was back in the lineup for Sacramento in this game. LaVine ends up 5 of 9, 17 points. So Nick Clifford came off the bench, ends up playing 34 minutes tonight, had 15 points, 5 of 12 shooting. And I think one of the more encouraging aspects for him, 3 of 7 from downtown, starting to get a little more comfortable from three-point land. It feels like we're seeing more growth from him on this road trip. For as shitty as this road trip has been, there's been competitive moments like you just said, but you're seeing these glimpses from him. Or I think there's a basketball player there. And I saw that in the summer league and a little bit in the preseason when we got really excited about, what could this be? I'm seeing the glimpses more often, and all I could think about is, man, keep playing this guy like 33, 34 minutes. Get him this opportunity, because when you're seeing the growth, when you're seeing his confidence and aggressiveness go up, that's encouraging. And that's kind of what you need as a fan right now, seeing some sort of hope going, I wonder if something is here with him.
It's not only what you're so right. It's not only what we need to see as fans and everything else, but I think for the organization to really get an idea of who he can be as a basketball player. Like, you're not going to see unless you see it in NBA minutes, and not just in spotty minutes or in garbage time or all those things. You really got to see it. And this is the perfect year to experience that and to see, okay, do we want this guy to develop in our system? Do we believe him to be an NBA basketball player? I think, they're leaning toward yes when you're seeing more and more 30-point or 30-minute games. Yeah. And that's what you want to keep seeing for Nick Clifford going forward, even through the rest of the season, no matter what happens at the trade deadline. The other guy that went in too was Devin Carter. And I'd say that with Nick getting all those minutes, and Devin Carter, someone that we just keep going like, man, are we going to see him play? Are we going to see what he's about, what he can or cannot do? He gets so many spotty minutes. I think he's still just like one of those situations.
He popped in earlier tonight. It was the third quarter. Like,
yeah.
Devin Carter's on the court a little early tonight. So yeah, I mean, it's hard to
judge.
know what to, okay.
It is. But I also want to say too, with Devin, it's like, if that is going to be the case with him, it's like, as his role as an NBA player, even if he's not here in Sacramento, he's got to figure out how to be impactful in those few minutes.
The young guy I was going to bring up is the guy who started tonight, Maxime Reynaud. 14 points, 14 rebounds for him, 6 of 7 shooting. It was good to see him take a 3 tonight.
Yeah.
The one thing that's interesting from him that I've noted is he loves that pump fake from beyond the arc. And maybe it's because other teams just don't know his game right now, and they just look at him and goes, oh, wait, tall white guy, maybe he's going to shoot it, right? And so they want to close out on him.
It's so weird.
But I want to see him take those threes more often. He took one tonight, made it. That was late. But he had another nice play where he attacked the closeout.
Yeah.
And so a couple of nice post moves. I think Max has struggled a bit as of late with Sabonis back in the fold. Of just trying to kind of find his rhythm. When Sabonis is out for 27 games and Max got a huge chunk of those minutes and then a huge chunk of those starts while he was gone, to be in a different situation where now, hey, Sabonis is here, Cardwell's getting minutes, I'm getting minutes. It may not always be easy. And then, of course, he's just a rookie in the NBA.
You pointed out some of his numbers throughout just December alone when he was, doing it all, rebounding, scoring.
15 and 9 in December.
Okay. And right there, it was very impressive. It was something where you could ask yourself, wow, can he be a rising star? Could he be considered? And it really just
to be clear, when you say rising star, you're not literally meaning a rising star in the league. You're talking about the rising star team and all-star.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do I need to say
just
that?
In case. I don't want people to be tuning on the podcast. God, Morgan's that high on Maxine.
Oh, okay.
A rising star?
No. A rising star for All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
And it really came down to like, he wasn't seeing these minutes obviously when Sabonis started off the season and everything, and wasn't going to see the floor or the opportunities. So he stepped up in those opportunities. Now those opportunities are starting to change, and it's good to see him get his groove back. I mean, the last 2 games, and Sabonis was back in that Philly game.
It was also just fun tonight. I shouldn't say it was fun. They lost, but the second half, kind of just seeing some of the rookies out there just playing together, seeing Cardwell and Max and Nick, and I'm like, I can get used to this a little bit. They're competing out there. They're sharing the ball. They're flying around.
Why do you think we were still watching intently at the end of this game, Deuce? Because we were excited to see what those guys were going to bring. It's so true. I think there are some other Kings fans that are like, yes, could we actually see this in the beginning of a game and not just in a blowout?
Yeah. And tonight, Domas Sabonis did not play on the second night of a back-to-back. They listed him as out. Injury management, coming back from that left knee, the meniscus issue, and Westbrook, right foot soreness. And he had that foot thing a couple of games ago, right? Where it looked like, oh, he's going to be in some pain. Then he popped back up and he played the rest of the way. He's missed the last 2 games. Tonight, final horn sounds. And if you're watching that game, Boucher hit a 3 at the very end. Last second to make it 112-93. You see the shot where, it's the classic shot you see on a broadcast at the end of the game where you see all the wide shot of all the players and coaches coming towards center court, waving, whatever, dapping each other up. Hey, good to see you. You see Russell Westbrook in his all white with his white gloves, like he's going to a Backstreet Boys concert at the Sphere.
Yes.
making a beeline to midcourt,
Limping.
and that's why I noticed right away, limping. Like he was favoring that right foot. That did not look good.
Oh,
that
no.
did not look like, oh, I'm going to be ready to play Sunday, by the way.
I was like, do you need a boot?
And then he was trying to talk to Boucher. He was not happy about that 3 he took. And then they ended up getting together.
Being cool.
And it was totally fine. But a couple of things I noticed. One, Russell Westbrook's limp was not. I mean, he was favoring that foot big time.
Yeah, in street clothes. Like,
Yeah.
you know, usually you'd see it a little bit more like after a loss or something, you know, someone's feeling a little sore. He was in street clothes.
Yeah.
He did not play the game. He was limping over there.
And then the next thing I thought of, why do we care so much in those situations? Like, play till the end. I don't care. If you don't want me hitting the 3, then do something about it.
Yeah.
Just play through. I think that it's such an old school way of thinking.
And I think too, sometimes people want to praise like one side, like, oh, you know, like I love seeing a team never give up until the end. The Kings, they might be down, but they're never giving up. And then it's like you see the other side. You're so right. It's like, well, why can't they just play that same style, even though they're up by a lot? Like, I get it, but I also get when people get frustrated. I also get the frustrations. But it has to be genuine frustrations. It can't just be like, oh, because that's the unwritten rule. Fuck the unwritten rule. Like, are you really frustrated and passionate about it?
Our Butcher and Barrel player of the game tonight, pretty simple.
Hey,
Peyton Pritchard,
duh.
28 points, 8 assists, 12 of 16 shooting, 5 of 6 from 3. That's a typo. He actually had 29 points.
Damn,
Jebediah Deuce.
Oh,
Jebediah made this graphic. Yeah.
Wow.
Shortened him 29 points, 8 assists on 12 of 16 shooting, 5 of 6 from 3. He is our Butcher and Barrel player of the game.
Make sure to go to Butcher and Barrel. It's right across the street from Golden One Center. You can go on game days, $38 for a Wagyu burger, shot, and a beer game day deals. But they also have like a whole new menu and so many different things for happy hour. Oh, and Valentine's Day, they have a whole bunch of deals too. So if you want to go looking for elevated dining date night, not even on a game day, make sure to go to Butcher and Barrel.
Yeah.
Mwah,
I mean,
delish.
hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
In the chat, how about Cardwell? Dylan Cardwell had some fun moments in this game. For sure, he had 8 points, 8 rebounds. The play at the rim on Cato was absolutely stellar.
Vertical.
Went straight vertical, came down with the right hand, blocked the shot. Cato got it back, went up with it again, blocked the shot.
And just being in help in the right place at the right time, right? Like being outside of the paint and not being, oh, he's too deep. So Keita is, has the angle, has the positioning, whatever it is. It was like, no, Dylan Cardwell met him before he could get too deep. And it was great offense by the Celtics. It was like nice little pocket pass to Keita leading him to the basket. And Cardwell said, hell no, I'm not getting that easy on me.
There's enough good signs that you see something that could be really good for Sacramento long term. And now it's just about the reps. And everything you hear is he asks a ton of questions. He wants to get better. And part of it, he's just got to go through it. And he's got to make some of those mistakes defensively, too, that we were talking about earlier, in pick and roll coverage or not being in the right coverage or calling out the wrong. Like, you just have to go through it and you get better from it.
Yeah, that. And I also just, hopefully, if they do choose to, move forward with Cardwell and like see a little future with him, too, it's, how can you build a team with an identity that's going to make sense and help him grow as a team defensive player? And I say that because what you see with some of these other teams is like the buy-in, but they also have more under their belt, more experience with the units that they're playing in, or they're just teams that have players that have played together for a second or two, and that's just not something you see in Sacramento.
Coming up next, we got to talk trade rumors. Keon Ellis' his name being brought up a lot as of late. We're going to talk about that. But first, we got to tell you, our podcast presented by our friends over at Centivo Vineyards and Winery.
The best of the best. Local, amazing family. And if you want to check out their wines, make sure to go to CentivoVineyards.com. You can get any of their bottles there. That's where I usually order mine. Or you can go in their tasting room, which I also do, in Sassoon Valley. It's like 40 minutes out of Sacramento. If you're like going to San Francisco or somewhere that way, go check out their tasting room. It's absolutely stunning. It's newer. It's beautiful. The best family, the best wine. Go to sentivovineyards.com.
Also presented tonight by our friends over at
Medic Ambulance. Woo, woo. We've teamed up with Medic Ambulance, a trusted name in emergency medical services across Northern California, from life-saving responses to being the team.
Do we need to call Medic Ambulance right now?
No, being the team
What just
behind the
happened to you?
scenes. At your favorite events, Medic is here to serve. Learn more at medicambulance.net.
What happened?
Where am I?
You paused for like 7 seconds.
I know. I was like taking a breath, and then I like my brain didn't like click to the word.
Okay. Are you doing a bit for the Medic Ambulance right now?
Jim, is that you?
If you haven't done it yet, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. All it does is help our channel grow. Let's talk some trade rumors. TMZ. Again, these are just rumors, but let's be honest. We have to talk about them, even if they are untrue or misleading, or it doesn't really matter.
We have to. I always want to.
Well, let's get to them. This is from Mark Stein and Jake Fisher. Sacramento's conversations on a Keon Ellis trade have only intensified.
There you go. Good.
Could Keon be on the move? The Cavs joining the large group of teams vying for the in-demand swingman. According to Mark Stein, Jake Fisher added to that this morning, saying the Kings are still sifting through various scenarios for Keon Ellis, sources say, several of which would include trading out veteran forward DeMar DeRozan and or combo guard Malik Monk along with him. All right, couple of things here.
Yeah.
We talked a lot of Keon over the last few months.
We sure have.
And this goes back to before the season when we were thinking about, wow, he's really going to be impacted because the Kings signed Dennis Schroeder and then months later signed Westbrook. Someone's not going to play all the time.
Yep.
There's going to be Malik Monk or Keon, Devin Carter. And obviously Keon's role changed in a big way this year. They didn't give him an extension before the season. And technically they can still give him one, but it would be after the trade deadline, February 9th.
Yeah.
It looks like where this is headed is Keon Ellis, who could be an unrestricted free agent next year and just dip out and sign somewhere else, is going to be traded before the deadline.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, with all these teams interested...
29. Kidding.
I honestly think Mark Stein put it up to 14.
Okay.
Which
wow.
is,
Half the league. Uh-huh.
Half the league interested in Keon Ellis. I've seen the comments going, why are so many teams interested in Keon Ellis? It seems like his market is greater than someone like Trae Young or John Morant. And the answer to that is, yeah, it is. And the reason is he doesn't make a lot of money. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. And he is the perfect guy to help elevate a team. Is he a star? No. But he is an elite role player. And he's the perfect type of guy, in my opinion, that will go into a good situation and make it better.
Yep.
He's not going to take away from it. He's going to go to your team. It's plug and play. He's going to defend. He's going to cause havoc. And on a team with good defenders, he could really help elevate too.
And that's it. Because I think sometimes there's people that want to nitpick his flaws on the defensive end. And it's like, absolutely. But I mean, we can name the flaws of the other however many players on the Sacramento Kings roster or even around the league. And with someone like Keon Ellis, if he has those better defenders around him, does it help some of those flaws? The answer is absolutely yes, while also allowing him to play his best defense, perimeter pressure, do anything he needs to do in that role, in that position, with the trust of having a second line of defense, rim protection, whatever else. So having a player to plug in like Keon Ellis that's young enough, doesn't make a lot of money, understands his role, is a good guy, great guy. Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
And we haven't even talked about the fact that a guy who's been a career 40+% from downtown.
And that?
If I'm an opposing team, I don't care about his numbers this year.
Sure.
His role's been beyond inconsistent. And I do think if he goes to a situation with a playoff team, most playoff teams have like a guy or two, right? That can put pressure on the defense.
Yes.
when he was thriving in Sacramento, think about the role he was playing. Like he was playing on the floor with De'Aaron Fox, or even last year with Malik Monk. Those two together really fed off each other well. And it's because he can hang out in the perimeter, bang out threes, but he also puts the ball on the floor and can make some plays out of it too. He's not going, his strengths to me are not maximized on a team like the Sacramento Kings. This version, okay.
No.
Like he's not, because of him being a role player, he's not elevating a shitty Kings defense right now on a 12-win team. He's not going to get the same looks from three because they don't play the same style that they played in previous years. So I think some people this year, even in Sacramento, I've heard it, are kind of down on him. And we even talked to Anthony Slater, who covers the league and the Warriors for ESPN. He said, you know, it seems like the analytics guys love Keon Ellis, and maybe coaches don't totally feel the same. I gotta be honest, I think these coaches are wrong. I do. I think Mike Brown wasn't perfect in how he handled Keon Ellis. Doug Christie, I don't know if it's more roster construction than anything. He hasn't found minutes for Keon Ellis. This guy is going to go to a good team.
Sure.
And he's going to go help them. And it doesn't mean he's going to average 17 a game.
Yeah.
But he's going to do the things he's done in previous years.
But I also believe that this is the best situation for the Kings to be in, to actually have an asset to do the right thing. Because obviously we've seen over the years with some of the other assets like De'Aaron Fox, they didn't do the right thing and didn't like maximize what they could have done with a piece like De'Aaron Fox, even waiting until the offseason to make the trade and do what they need to do. With Keon Ellis, it's about making sure you're not going to lose him for nothing. And I think he would already be one step out, especially with the interest from other teams. But also on top of that, the Kings don't see that same value in him. So get value for him. And that's sometimes, Deuce, the name of the game of this business of how things need to go. And if he doesn't fit, for some reason, the model of maybe just where you're at right now and where you could go in the next 3 years, the Kings aren't going to be a good team. And maybe that wouldn't even elevate what he could do as a player.
The only thing I can think of from Sacramento's perspective, because you got to remember, he's also like around the same age as Keegan Murray. It's not like Keon Ellis is some like old guy. It's like, oh, he doesn't fit the timeline of where we're going. Look, the Kings are going to be bad next year. Yeah. And they're probably going to be not very good the year after that. Right. I mean, a lot of things have to go right for them, right? Luck. Get a high draft pick, develop, luck, all those things. My stance before the season was, I'm just give them an extension. And then you can trade them later. But maybe they feel like if we can get a first round pick in this year's draft that's supposed to be deep, then that to us is more valuable, or even if it's a future pick, more valuable than what Keon Ellis can be in the next couple of years with us in where we are headed as a group. Yeah. And whether we agree or disagree, I mean, it's like, okay, if they believe that, they better get it right. You know, they better get it right. Because my thought on that is like, okay, say you get, you know, a first round pick from, you know, one of these winning teams. Mm-hmm. It's going to be late first round. Mm-hmm. Is that player going to be as good as Keon Ellis is in the NBA? I mean, maybe not. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point to it. But if it's just a pure timing thing, and I mean, look, I just have to accept the fact that you do. He's going to end up getting traded. Now, I will say this, the reporting from Jake Fisher talking about maybe attaching him to DeRozan or Monk to sweeten the deal. I don't love that. If I'm the Kings, if I'm moving Keon Ellis, and there's a parent, if you believe that many teams are interested in him, I want a first round pick. I don't want it to be like, oh, instead of attaching a pick to DeMar, we attach Keon and we were able to move him. It's like, no, I mean, you could just let DeMar DeRozan expire after next season. I don't care about that. But so you're saying if it is for a pick, like if it was to sweeten the deal and get a pick and a piece, then you're good. I need a pick coming back in a deal. I just don't think you need to attach him to DeRozan to achieve getting a pick. Like I think you get a pick without doing that. Oh, wow. There's enough teams that's been the reporting out there. There's teams that are willing to give a pick for Keon. It sounds like that, or that's at least what the Kings want. Well, no, exactly. That's what the Kings want. But the point is, if there's 14 teams in the league that have some level of interest in Keon Ellis without a pick, let's just say. My point is, they have to bid.
Yeah.
you're talking. You're not so like
Totally. And that's
you're
why
gonna have to
I
up
think
the offer.
that's why I think the sweeten the deal is like, yeah, okay, well, here, we'll give you one of these other good pieces next to Keon for that pick. That's where I guess my brain started going when I saw these rumors and reports come out today.
Yeah.
Was like, okay, well, if that's the way for you to get a pick, especially if it was in this year's draft.
I don't think you need to. You shouldn't have to sweeten a DeMar DeRozan trade. Is my point. I mean, again, his contract will expire after next season. I'm not in like in a desperate state, so we'll see how it plays out with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Keon looks like he's going to be on his way out, and then there's all these other questions about Sabonis. You know, the Raptors have a lot of interest. They just lost to Orlando tonight.
Dude.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because there was even a rumor I saw today about OKC and Hartenstein.
Oh, just them being
Maybe.
willing to part ways.
Yeah, I don't know.
That
Even
was
someone like
something.
Keon Ellis makes sense for Oklahoma City. OKC is not knocking down threes like they were, and you know someone that could fit right into Oklahoma City is Keon Ellis,
And has a lot of picks.
and they have a lot of picks. I mean, he would just instantly be like, "Oh yeah, that guy is definitely an OKC Thunder."
Okay, so Keon and Sabonis for Hartenstein and pick.
No, I mean those they wouldn't even match up financially. This is
I-
my favorite game. Morgan, so bad at this.
I'm not
Hartenstein-
bad at this. I just throw out whatever I want
I know,
and then
but
don't look at the contract.
that's AKA you're not good at that.
Or I am not an NBA GM and I am just a broadcaster.
I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying it's not as it's okay. Hardenstein makes 28, I think. So he makes 28 this year, and then he's got a team option for 28 next year.
So that like matches up perfectly
Yeah,
with Sabonis'
totally.
contract.
Yeah, it's $45 million. No, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I understand. And I also understand too, like even with that rumor started with OKC and everything that's going on with Giannis, we saw the latest with like, oh, Spurs, OKC, like not interested or whatever. But like, we're not going to just believe it.
I don't know what
You
to
know?
believe this time of year.
Yeah.
I have my doubts on that one.
So
Yeah. Where would you think Keon would fit best? I mean, I feel like anywhere. You know what team I think I would.
you asked me, but yeah, go.
I want to change the question.
Okay.
Because we'd fit anywhere.
Okay.
What team would you if he's going somewhere? You've accepted it. Where would you like to see him go?
Oh, that's a good question. I really like Keon as a person. I think
Great guy.
he is just a great
He's been
guy.
in this very room.
He's been in this room. He is, and that's not the only reason why I'm
No.
saying he's a great guy. Like he truly just treats people well, down to earth, good, works hard. So I guess I would want to see. And he did buy a home in Miami. He would do great in Miami.
Oh God. OKC comes to mind. The other team, Minnesota, comes to mind. I look at where the
Okay.
Wolves are at, and having some versatility off their bench, they need that. I mean, they just, dude. I mean, but they can't play Dillingham.
Yep.
Keon can shoot it and defend.
Do you think they need more of a point guard though?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But it seems like
Yeah.
they want to be active. They've been in the Giannis stuff too.
Yeah. But yeah, Miami would make me happy for Keon.
OKC.
Yeah, of course. I mean, anyone that would ever get to go to OKC, it's like not just because they're coming off a championship. I just think that they truly play a style that is so fun for so many basketball players. It's a dream. It's a dream.
Well, we will definitely be live if anything happens, even on an off day, no Kings Day. We will be live to break down any big trade.
Oh yeah.
I've gone so back and forth on this where a couple days ago I'm like, just accept nothing's gonna happen, and now I'm in the something's gonna happen. Not only is some trade going to happen in my mind right now,
Okay.
I'm all of a sudden anxious for it.
Oh God.
I don't like it. You know what? No, it's funny because we wait for this time of year every year as fans. It's just, oh, what's going to happen? And when your team, we talked about this, but when you've got a good team, you're like, dude, we're going to make a swing at something. There's that excitement for it. But when you're bad, and it's been bad for like a year plus now in Sacramento, you get excited about the prospect. But when you get closer, at least for me, I start going, oh no, what if we make a bad deal? What if this is not a good thing?
Yeah. Or it's like, it just means nothing.
Yeah.
The tweak does nothing.
I also am firmly in the don't make a trade just to make a trade camp. And I know a lot of people out there, no, because it's just addition by subtraction. I'm like, no, I don't want shit contracts just because you're all horny for a trade, okay?
Yeah.
No, we got to make a good trade. We can be patient with this. I know that's crazy. You can be patient. Let contracts expire. If you can't get rid of Levine without attaching bullshit to him, then don't. He expires after next year.
Even when I just said too, like the whole, like, oh, if the tweak doesn't matter or do anything, we have to remember that tweak could ultimately matter in 3 years. Could ultimately make that big difference. Wow, if you never did that, then you never got this. Remember how like we do that with like CJ McCollum and how it led to Trae Young in Washington now, you know?
Just need some good luck. I just think about last year.
I just love that he turned to, you know what? We just need some good luck.
The Pacers making the trade last year with the Pelicans is one of the most absurd things. Happens in the NBA Finals. The Pacers gave up their 2026 pick to the Pelicans, okay, in a previous trade. In the finals, they go back to them and go, you know what? We want that pick back. We'll give you a future pick and this player. And they got the pick back, and then Tyrese Halliburton gets hurt, and now the Pacers could have the number 1 pick in the draft.
It's wild.
I mean, you never want your guy, your franchise guy, to rupture his Achilles.
No.
And it's like, well, the consolation prize there is like, all right, let's get him healthy. And
I know.
we may get a top pick in this draft.
That's great. And
It would have been disastrous for them had they been one of the worst teams in the league and the Pelicans had their pick.
the luck isn't Tyrese hurting himself. The luck is getting that pick back in a year that Tyrese
did I not make that
himself.
clear? Did it sound like? Okay.
No, you made it clear. And that's why, because I was about to say like, yeah, they lucked out. And it's like, no, well, but that's where the luck came back around to them. And you're exactly right. Like, you have to create your own luck in some ways and put yourself in these good positions, but luck also has to fall in your lap. And that's why with the Sacramento Kings, if there were some tweaks that were made that felt like, what the fuck? Like, did that even do anything? You know, whatever. You can only hope that luck peaks in to budget somewhere else in the offseason.
Looking around the league,
Okay.
who do you think is a team that you go, they got to make a move at the deadline?
Ooh. I guess the Warriors. Like, for me, what a waste of life having Steph Curry still playing at the level even though I did see a tweet right before we started that he went back to the locker room, and Slater said he went back to the locker room grimacing in the start of the fourth or something. So hopefully everything's okay. I have no idea. That's what I saw like right before we went on. And I was like, geez, hope he's okay. So it would be the Warriors because they have Steph Curry.
The update, by the way, on Steph, according to Slater, Steve Kerr said he doesn't believe the Curry right knee injury is anything major, but it's been nagging him recently. Same tissue that held him out one of the games in Minnesota.
Dude, if you like you again, you have Steph Curry mostly healthy at an age where it's like it's going to decline any year now.
Doesn't it feel like for them it's Giannis or bust?
Yes, to obviously make the leap that they need to make. Absolutely. But that's so far-fetched. Like, how does that even happen? How does that happen? And that would be multiple teams involved.
Potentially, but they've got the pick inventory in the future to do it. And that's kind of
and then you're
thing.
just
a lot
trading
of people
away.
you'd be gambling the post-Steph years. And part of the gamble is like, well, Giannis is going to be on that team.
Yeah.
But then how do you improve that team around Giannis where he's not looking at it at 33, 34 years old going, yeah, I'm making a lot of money, but I've got nothing around me and we don't have picks to make trades. This is just Milwaukee of the West Coast.
Yeah, and that's exactly where you don't want it to go. And you don't want him to use the verbiage of, I'm ready for ready for a new home.
You mentioned the Warriors. I hear that. I'm just not sure there's anything that would like even getting Giannis. I don't look at that as a championship team.
Okay.
They're interesting. They're more challenging. But if your core is Steph, Draymond, and Giannis with like whatever shaky depth around it,
And what would it be too with the trades
Yeah.
that you'd have to make for
maybe
Giannis?
I mean, that's
No, that's fair. Okay, then.
so for me, the two,
Yeah.
Houston
Oh, that's such a good one.
and
Yes.
Minnesota.
What about? Did you just say only in the West?
Yeah, I was just talking about the West at
Okay.
first.
Okay.
Houston to me needs some serious help. The Fred VanVleet injury was more devastating than I think people realized
Agreed.
at the time. And, at the start of the year, hey, Ahmed Thompson showing he could do the little point guard. And then we do this. We go, yeah, because a guy has a certain level of skill and it can handle, doesn't mean he could be the point guard.
Yep.
And you notice it in a big way. They need help at that position in a major way. It seems like when Kevin Durant's on the floor, it just doesn't function the same. I love Ahmed Thompson. He's got the one thing he's got to figure out, and he could be a special talent in this league, is being able to knock down that mid-range shot.
Just like
Be a threat.
Be confident. I mean, the other game that we watched, the Spurs Rockets, he had like the yips, like he was
Oh my
afraid
God.
to
That was
shoot.
tough to watch.
Yeah, and like any floater or anything where it was just like you're not a threat at all, and you look like you shouldn't even be out on the court right now. And I just felt so bad because I love his game. I love what he's capable of doing on both ends. But yeah, having a point guard is huge for them, and I feel like they could make that tweak easily without like sacrificing too much.
Yeah.
They just need someone with
The Steven Adams loss is tough too. And I know they've got Clint Capella, but it's not the same.
no,
You know?
that's huge.
So losing Van Vliet and Steven Adams, and then they just don't function smoothly offensively. Like, and I even like Reed Shepherd a little bit, but you just go, God, they need somebody.
They need a
out
floor
there.
manager.
Yes,
They do. And that goes to your next team too with Minnesota. Same concept.
Yeah, because Conley is just not Mike Conley anymore. He's
It's okay.
aging.
Yeah.
Like, great veteran guy, was perfect for them when they got him, but he's just not that anymore.
Mm-mm. He doesn't
And
give what he needs to
Dante's not a point guard. I know he can handle and he can do it, but
I know.
I'd rather him not have to do that. They need help at that position too. And, obviously they've got big things in mind if they're trying to get into the Giannis mix. If they're trying to go Giannis and Ant, holy shit. I don't
That-
even know what that would look like.
I have no idea what that would look like. That would be insane. I think that could be really fun, but I think you're exactly right. Having someone out there on the floor to be a facilitator so Ant doesn't always have to have that pressure, doesn't always have to be the one initiating things too, right? And it's like, yeah, sure, Dante can at times, but it's just I don't think every team needs a true point guard, but you see it in certain systems where it's like, shit, they could use a true point guard. They can use that floor manager, that facilitator.
In the East,
Knicks.
yeah, but the move that you feel like would help them would be trying to move.
Cat.
Okay.
Okay, what were you going to say?
I mean, I'm with you, but
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what are they getting?
I was filling in the blanks. For Cat? What did they get? I think a lot of teams would still be.
I don't know. How
Well,
many teams are? What are you getting?
Sorry, you're right. His contract. I
Yeah,
did
it's
not.
Crazy.
I did not put that.
Are you mentally prepared for
Just-
Cat's contract?
I think I am.
Okay, so here it is. This
Okay.
year he makes 53.
Oh,
Next year 57, and then he's got a player option the year after that for 61. So in all seriousness, it's only 2 more years after this, but 61 million in that final year.
a player option too for
61 million. So he'll be what, 32 when that option hits?
Every time I see those numbers, I'm always like, what would I do with 6? And if I made 57 million the year before and then made a year of 61 million, oh my God, I would have so much money in retirement. Like I would be budgeting myself so well. I would not even like do anything with it. It would just be so fun.
Yeah, no shit. It's
60. No, that's my point. Whenever we look at NBA contracts, I think sometimes we just get very like they're just numbers. That's what like people do on all the time when we're talking about it on like post-game shows and everything. And sometimes when you just really sit there and you see it, you're just like,
It's crazy.
holy shit.
It's insane.
And then I like to think about what I would do with it. You don't daydream ever?
Do I daydream? Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's just there's no point.
If I was an NBA player and I had 61 million.
It's crazy. It's the money they make is crazy. It's insane.
Next poll question needs to
But
be,
we
what would you
definitely,
do?
we definitely, you're right. We definitely just go. Yeah, he makes 40 million. Oh, dude, that's only 20 million. It's because we're just so used to talking about cap.
Yes. Yes.
Wild. But those are the kind of the main teams to me. I guess you could make a case for Toronto. I'm very, I don't know. I think they maybe think they're further ahead than they are, but seems like the Sabonis thing they're really interested in.
Do you think Sabonis would make the dent that? Well, I guess right now it would absolutely elevate them.
I mean, where does it take them?
What's the ceiling?
What's the ceiling? I mean, right now they're the 4th spot, 29 and 21 in the East. Obviously, I like Sabonis, but he has the same limitations we've talked about forever, right?
Yeah.
He's not a rim protector, not really a shooter. And
What if he has more length around him though?
he does.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not like they're littered with shooting. They do play with a lot of movement and pace, which I think helps. He's a really good rebounder, and that center spot right now is not good for them. So, I mean, sure, but I don't know what that does. Like, Boston is still really damn good, even without Tatum. Detroit has looked really awesome this year. So, I don't know.
Very interesting. It's fun taking a step back, going around the league, and being like, who needs what, and especially with the trade deadline being a week away. But I think the shittiest part is exactly what I'm not very good at or just kind of have fun with is these teams just dealing with what they need, but how they can accomplish that with all the contracts and
the aprons.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it's pretty insane. So what would you do with $61 million is going to be the next podcast.
Stupid. Shout out a couple of super chats. Adam and Lincoln, a member. Give him a hell yeah, Morgan Reagan.
Appreciate you.
Give me a hell yeah.
Also, KL Sound Reacts donates $2 saying tonight's podcast is on fire.
Ooh.
Appreciate that. And we
Thanks.
need to pick out the J Street Dental moment of tonight's game.
Well, we could just make it easy and go with the Dylan Cardwell, like double block, double stop on Nimi
That would
Keita.
be the nice moment we can mention for sure.
And then the evil moment, Peyton Pritchard ripping everyone to shreds.
I think Peyton Pritchard has to be mentioned.
I agree.
Peyton Pritchard cooks without Brown.
Yes. Oh my God.
And then Cardwell, a.k.a. Gardwell, double block on Anemius.
I cannot wait to read this moment
Why?
next year. We're just going to read that Peyton Pritchard without Jaylen Brown. They dominate the fuck out of the Kings.
Let's go
Oh,
to
no.
the J Street Dental moment jar
Here
and
we
pick out an
go.
old moment to reflect on because the Kings lost. They've lost 8 in a row. Crazy. Washington coming up next. We go and pull out an old moment here. We go to January 5th, 2024, Kings Raptors.
Okay.
Kings win 135 to 130.
Ooh.
Sabonis alley-oop to Malik Monk secures a triple-double for Sabonis.
Damn.
24 points, 15 rebounds, 11 assists. And I got really excited because Keegan took a pull-up 3 in transition.
Ooh. Aw.
It's a good moment.
That is a good moment.
It's a good moment.
That's our
Against the Raptors.
J Street Dental Moments jar and moment of the game. Enriching lives and enhancing smiles. Head to jstreetdentalgroup.com. You can also check out their sister office, Sacramento River Dental.
Also, shout out to Hector for becoming a member.
Thank you, Hector. We also had someone in the chat asking, hey, are you guys going to be live Thursday for the trade deadline?
Yes, we'll be live for the NBA trade deadline.
See you there.
No matter what, even if other deals have been made in the days prior, we'll still be live to take you right until noon. Remember last year what happened right at the deadline?
Robin Lopez. Wait,
That
Robin
was 2
Lopez?
years ago. And no, it was Jake LaRavia.
Oh, that was last year?
That was last year. Jake LaRavia to Sacramento. At the buzzer.
Robin Lopez was 2 years ago. God, my concept of time.
I know.
Contracts, time.
One thing Morgan will not remember, and it's okay.
Oh, I know it's okay, but what?
The contracts, you right now, you could be like, hey, what does Zach LaVine make?
Ooh, he's like 48 million.
Yes, but you only know that because we said it 8,000 times.
Oh, yeah, because I couldn't even tell you.
How much money is DeMar DeRozan guaranteed for next year?
I do know that 10 million, and he has
Oh
it's
my
like 25
God.
million on the. I know the Kings contract's okay,
Okay.
only because it's like such a topic. But if it didn't have to be such a topic, and they didn't have to navigate that as a challenge,
How much do you think Jalen Brunson makes? Around ballpark.
I'm gonna go 40s.
34.9
Okay,
this year.
wow, he deserves more. I'm
Yeah.
saying 40s.
And the other thing you don't remember is, I don't know, the games.
Oh God!
How
no.
about this? How about this?
Okay.
The Kings have 3 road wins this year. 3 road wins this year. That's how we're going to end tonight's podcast. Let's get music.
No.
Morgan Reagan, the Kings have 3 road wins. We're going to play a new game called Name the Road Wins. All right, Morgan, just 3. There's just 3 this year.
I know one.
Go ahead.
Miami.
Miami.
Yes.
There's 2 more.
Oh shit. God, I remember at home that little stretch when they were at home, but so what? Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
I was about to give you a hint and I stopped.
I think I know this one.
Oh, this is a big one. Kings are 3-22 on the road.
Yeah. I got Milwaukee, Miami, Minnesota.
Is the answer Minnesota? I'm going to ask you this. Are you sure you want to guess this?
I think not because you're
I'm
stalling.
wondering. I don't know. Do you want to guess it? Your guess
No,
is going to be Minnesota.
I don't know now.
Oh, I'm going to allow you to either confirm it or make another guess. 3-22.
I just don't know. I don't know what the team is. You gotta just tell me. I'm just.
No,
gonna...
you have to guess.
So okay, so it's not Minnesota.
It is not Minnesota.
Okay,
now,
okay.
I will say this.
Yeah.
After this road win, they did beat Minnesota in their next game. It was a home game. So the Kings won a road game, then
Okay.
came home and beat Minnesota.
Denver. That was pretty good for
Now
me.
we could play the next game.
Oh shit.
The Kings have 12 wins on the season.
Okay.
Name all 12 wins. You got 3 of them: Denver, Minnesota, and well, no, you know Minnesota now, right?
Yeah, I already knew Minnesota.
Miami and Milwaukee. So you've got 4.
Warriors, Golden State, at Golden One Center.
Okay, I'm gonna say that is correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
I
How
don't
many?
even know if I know all these, to be honest.
Okay.
I have to really think about it.
Okay. Then
Oh, I know.
Houston.
Houston, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
You are halfway there.
Oh. At home. It was. Oh, Knicks.
The New York Knicks. Well, that was part of that 4-game.
That's what I'm going. I'm trying to go back right there.
Man, they beat some good teams, huh?
Washington.
They beat Washington. You're exactly right. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Four more. It's been a while since they won, right?
Well, yeah. They've lost 8 straight. So yeah. God, who else was at home? Who else? It was the Knicks. It was Houston. And then they got Washington. Washington was at the end.
Don't look over here. 'cause
I'm not.
looking at the schedule. Oh, wow. Yeah. You're missing one early. In fact, you are missing The home opener.
Jazz.
The Utah Jazz is exactly right.
So 9. Okay.
You're at 9.
I almost want to give up, but
Man.
did they? No. Deuce, I'm losing it.
All right. Are you going to tap out?
Lakers.
The Lakers is exactly right. You're 2 away. Do you want to keep it going or tap out?
I think I'm going to tap out.
All right. You've missed Dallas. December
Oh.
27th. They beat them 113-107.
Okay.
You mentioned that Lakers game. That's part of that 4-game streak when they beat Houston, the Lakers, the Knicks, and the Wizards. You got all of those.
Thanks.
They beat Houston twice.
Oh, almost. And I
They
see.
beat Houston twice, the one overtime game. So that's kind of crazy.
Biggity Blake says, "Ask the chat." I was trying not to look at the chat so then I could actually get it on my own. But
So the wins: Utah, Golden State,
yeah,
Minnesota. Scrolling down.
you missed Denver.
No, that was a road game.
Oh.
Houston, Dallas, LA, New York, Washington. Crazy.
Not a lot. I mean, the fact that I
Oh, sorry. I was naming the home ones because we had already named the road.
got it. Either
That's
way, too many things going on now. Now you're just like messing.
Sorry.
Yeah, with the brain.
Well, good job.
Hey,
Not too bad for you.
thank you. Honestly,
Yeah.
maybe they should do this more often,
Just not win a lot of games.
and then I could get them.
Final thoughts. I'm excited for Saturday because we get to watch BYU Kansas. I highly recommend you do the same. It's at 1:30 on ESPN. AJ Dabonza, Darren Peterson, Kansas, BYU. That will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we'll break that one down too. And just kind of enjoy a Saturday. Maybe there'll be a trade in the NBA.
Enjoy your Saturday, and we will see you Sunday. How's that?
Love you guys, but we got to go.
Thanks for being here.
See ya.
Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. They tell you what they know. Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo, Deuce and Mo. The podcast that you know.